She bit her lip until copper blood welled, the metallic tang mixing with tears on her tongue. Her bruised cheeks glistened with sweat and fresh tears. Shackles bit into her wrists and ankles, anchoring her to a splintered wooden chair. Every inhalation felt like shards of glass in her lungs. Every exhale was a battle not to scream. She sank her claws into her thighs, desperate for any pain she could control, anything to drown the chaos in her mind. Alpha Shane prowled the room like a king among lambs. His large hands roamed silk curves, lips pressing deep kisses against bare shoulders. A red-haired Omega moaned beneath him, a blonde whimpered as he trailed kisses down her back. Their cries echoed, slicing through Nicole's skull like jagged knives. "You're drifting, Luna. Eyes on me," Shane barked, leash wrapped around his fist. His dominance was a whip crack to her senses. Fear coiled in her chest, but she forced herself to obey. The Omegas laughed cruelly. One blonde spat in her face. "Look at you, pathetic trash." Another jerked her hair so violently Nicole tasted blood in her mouth. A third leaned close, voice low. "All hail the worthless Luna." Their words were ritualistic torment, and each barb dug deeper. Shane circled her, boots clicking on stone. He smirked and tugged the leash, jerking her head back. "You forget your place," he growled. "Trash like you was sold off by your father. He knew you'd never be worth a damn." The chains rattled as her chest heaved, rage and shame tangling in her gut. Her wolf broke free. A guttural growl vibrated up her throat, and golden light flared in her hazel eyes. Silence crashed over the room, until Shane's fist cracked against her jaw, snapping her back into chains. Pain seared through her skull as she collapsed forward, the chair splintering beneath her. He leaned close, voice a venomous whisper. "You'll never be more than my puppet." His words carved into her soul. She tasted dust and despair as tears spilled anew. Hours later, dusk had fallen when Nicole staggered into the Crimson Pack's musty bar. Cloaked in black, she slipped to a stool in the corner. Patrons glanced away, unwilling to meet the gaze of their broken Luna. She ordered whiskey. 1 shot, burning, cleansing. 2 shots, the fire chasing away the day's horrors. 3, until her mind spun free of agony. She laughed, a ragged, hollow sound, then slid her head into her hands. An elder named Gabe approached, eyes soft. "Luna," he murmured, placing a trembling hand on her shoulder. "Thank you for helping my mate." His gratitude should have warmed her, but it felt like salt in her wounds. She forced a smile and whispered, "It's my duty." She fled into the night, hood drawn low. Outside, cold air bit her skin, alive and sharp. She shivered, then laughed again, a sound part relief, part madness. That's when she saw him, a tall stranger leaning against a graffiti-scrawled wall. Ink snaked up his arms. His midnight blue eyes studied her without fear. He didn't recoil at her bruised face. He offered a crooked grin. Before she could speak, he lifted her empty whiskey glass and drained it in one smooth motion. Nicole's fury flared. She lunged, but he was faster. With a flick of his wrist, he summoned the barkeep for water and paid their tabs in silence. Her heart hammered. Who was he to take her drink, to defy her without flinching? She stalked him into a narrow alley. "Who the hell are you?" she demanded, voice thick with whiskey and tears. His eyes met hers, blue flickered to gold for a heartbeat. Her breath caught. Desire and dread twisted in her chest. He reached out, steadying her trembling shoulders. "Easy," he said, voice low as thunder. Darkness closed in at the edges of her vision, and she collapsed against him. When she woke at dawn, the alley was empty, but his scent lingered on her skin, lavender and smoke. Her pulse thundered with questions. Who was he? Why did her wolf tremble at his touch? And could he be the one thing powerful enough to shatter her chains?